Oh, finally, in West Salem had some technical difficulties. Sorry about that. But here we are. Lake Oswego has the ball. 4th down and 10, and they look to be going for it. Lake Oswego on the spread. Rupi back to pass. Rupi, he's going to scramble towards the first down, and he's going to get the first down. He's got some blockers ahead of him. Rupi heading towards the end zone. Touchdown, Rupi. Justin Rupi scrambles on 4th and 10. The play broke down, but Rupi made a play, used his legs, and found his way to the end zone.
Yeah, it's one of the things you've seen from Justin all year. He's been able to make some plays with his legs. Really smart job by the Laker receivers being able to deliver blocks downfield there, allowing Justin to get into the end zone. Great job. Good start for the Laker offense. Big conversion there on 4th and long.
And Griffin Graves will be on to kick the extra point attempt. Horak looking over towards the sideline. Seems to be misconfusion with the personnel as Reed Martin's running onto the field. Horak to hold. Snap is good. Kick is up, and it is good. Lake Oswego takes an early lead, 7-0, with 9:08 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, good solid first drive for the Lakers. Spencer Anderson had a big impact on that drive. For those of you who didn't see, J.B. Holmes has been a little banged up this week, dealing with some ankle trouble. Spencer Anderson had some good runs on that drive and really carried most of the Laker offense for most of the team after Justin Rupi had a couple of incomplete passes.
So Lake Oswego gets off to an early lead as West Salem looked to have them stopped on 4th and 10, but Lakers go for it, and Justin Rupi makes a play.
Yeah, that's pretty demoralizing if you're a West Salem defense. I mean, you do a pretty good job of getting them into a 3rd and long and even forcing a 4th and long situation, and then to have good coverage downfield on the pass play and then allowing your quarterback, the Lake Oswego quarterback Justin Rupi, to scramble out for the first down and into the end zone is really not the way you want to start the ball game.
So Harrison Reese looking to kick off. The kick is deep, and it'll be returned at about the 10-yard line. The returner fumbles it a little bit, makes 2 tacklers miss, but then is eventually brought down by multiple Lakers. Travis Sanders, Michael Weiss, both in on the tackle.
Yeah, I think Neil Wagner got to him first. Always a big-time player on special teams for the Lakers. And they'll bring up a 1st and 10 here for West Salem at about their 20-yard line.
So Lake Oswego's defense is going to come on the field. Lake Oswego started with the ball, so this will be West Salem's first offensive drive. And West Salem has a pretty strong running game, I've heard, so this will be very interesting to see how the Lake Oswego defense reacts. And it's going to be a handoff to the left side. Running back's going to bounce it out. Now he's going to cut it back up the middle, and he's going to get tackled by Neil Wagner, Jack Anderson, and Romello Washington. Multiple Lakers in on the tackle, but the running back for West Salem gets a gain of about 9 to make this 2nd and 1.
Yeah, it's going to be a good matchup between the West Salem running back and the Lake Oswego defense all night long. Lake Oswego defense very good against the run this year. Should be a great matchup to watch.
West Salem under center. He's going to hand off up the middle. Running back's going to cut it towards the left side. He's got a hole. And Nick Bunick and Nick Underwood will team up to bring him down. Make that Nick Bunick and Jordan Horrock both in on the tackle, as Romello Washington also came in at the end.
But that was a great cutback right there. Saw the play was designed to go to the right. Saw that the left tackle had a seal there on the edge on Reed Martin and cut it back for a solid gain for West Salem.
West Salem under center again. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. This is West Salem's first home game, so they do have some energy to them. As the snap was muffed. Looked a little weird. Looked like it might have been a false start on someone, but the quarterback didn't look ready and he dropped it, but was able to pick it up and get a gain of about 5.
Yeah, very odd play there for West Salem. Not sure what was wrong with the snap. Kind of looked like a false start, but nothing called. West Salem picks up a solid 5-yard gain on 1st down.
And the quarterback under center, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Running back in the backfield. Quarterback quick drop, throws to the right sideline, overthrows the receiver, almost picked off by Neil Wagner.
Yeah, good coverage right there by Neil Wagner, reading pass on the play. Chad Walker also went over there covering. I think that's where the West Salem's going to have to try and beat Lake Oswego here tonight. Lake Oswego's been very good in their run defense, and I think if West Salem really wants to be able to put some big points up on the scoreboard and keep pace with Lake Oswego, they're going to have to do it through the air.
West Salem under center again, same formation. This time a handoff to the right side. Running back's going to try to bounce it to the left, but Travis Sander, who's the first one there, and then Spencer Anderson also comes in to help make the tackle for a gain of about 1. And that's going to make this 4th and 3 for West Salem at Lake Oswego's 43.
Great tackle right there by Travis Sanders. Came in low, wrapped up, drove him back. Got some help from his linebacking core around him after that, but good solid initial hit right there by Travis.
It's going to be 4th and a long 2 with 6:50 left here in the first quarter, and West Salem has chosen to bring on the special teams unit, and they're going to kick it to the away from Jack Anderson, the dangerous returner for Lake Oswego, and the ball go out at about the 21-yard line, and Lake Oswego's offense will come back on.
Yeah, I think if you're Lake Oswego, you're pretty happy with that. You don't allow West Salem to kind of counter your score. You get your offense back out on the field. You try and extend this lead. And one of the topics we've been talking about before the game is whether this black turf will have any impact on the Lake Oswego quarterback, Justin Rupi, as the West Salem players are wearing dark uniforms, which could blend into the turf, which could make it very hard to see them.
West Salem was on ESPN at the start of the year for the black turf. It's very unusual color, and don't need to adjust your computer screens. It is black, folks. Toss right side. Spencer Anderson cuts back up the middle, and he's going to get a gain of about 4 yards there and make this a 2nd and 6.
Yeah, that's what they really like to use Spencer Anderson that way. They like to run a lot of tosses with him, like to utilize his speed to the outside and try. If he can get to the edge, he's as fast as anyone in the straight line, and he's a good running back for the Lakers.
2nd and 6. Lake Oswego in the I formation. Connor Griffin to the right. Nicholas Palomini on the left side. Travis Sanders in the backfield. Nick Underwood. Rupi looks toward the sideline to Palomini. Palomini's going to catch this one for about 10 yards, and that's going to be a 1st down, Lake Oswego.
Yeah, it was a great timing right there by Justin Rupi. He's shown it all year long that he has a really good feel for when his receivers are going to come out of the breaks. That's one of the key things on those hitch routes, those little 5 to 10 yard hitch routes, is the ball is in the air before he makes his break. That's what makes them so hard to defend.
This time they're going to the Wild Jack offense. Jack Anderson at quarterback. Back there is Nick Underwood. Jack is going to get stuffed after a gain of maybe 1, but not a productive play there for Lake Oswego.
Yeah, it's generally been a very good formation for the Lakers this year, letting Jack Anderson get the ball into his hands and use his athletic ability, getting into the open field, and it's really worked very well for the Lakers, but West Salem did a good job of plugging up the holes right there and not giving Jack anywhere to go.
So Rupi goes to the sideline, gets the play from Coach Corey. Rupi goes to the spread formation. Palomini, Horrock, and Anderson to the right. Griffin isolated on the left side. Sanders in the backfield. Rupi throws a screen pass to Anderson on the right side. Great blocking in front of him by Horrock and Palomini. And Anderson's going to get a gain of about 12 yards, and that's a Lake Oswego 1st down.
Yeah, you saw him trying to run that play earlier. West Salem got a hand on the ball and didn't allow Jack Anderson to make use of it. But that time he got out of his hand a little bit quicker and was able to get downfield. Great block by Nick Palomini on the sideline, allowing Jack to pick up that 1st down.
And it looks like there might have been a holding call on the right side of the field. And that's going to push Lake Oswego back.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been too good of a block there by Nick Palomini.
So that will push it back, and I think that will make it a 2nd down again. And that'll make this a 2nd down and about 16 for Lake Oswego.
Yeah, not where you want to be if you're Lake Oswego. You want to stay in front of the chains, and they're falling behind it right now with the penalties.
And it looks to be some confusion on the sideline with the play down, but they got it right. It is second down, 16. Lake Oswego runs a spread. 3 receivers to the left. Rupi is under pressure. He's going to cut. Makes a couple defensive linemen miss. He's going to cut it back upfield. And he's going to get down after a 6-yard gain. Great scramble by Rupi. Turns a negative play into a positive play.
Although I think there is some laundry down in the backfield. Looks like this might be another holding call against the Lakers. Going to push them back even farther if West Salem elects to enforce the penalty.
And it's an illegal block in the back on Lake Oswego. They'll push it back. And you hate to see that. Penalties are pushing Lake Oswego back right here. That's going to make this a second and very long.
Yeah, you generally don't see that call that close to the quarterback. Generally within the line of scrimmage and in the tackle box, there are no block in the back penalties with the offensive lineman. But evidently he saw that there was enough there to throw the flag, and that's what he did. Nick Palomini's down at the bottom of your screen. Jack Anderson in the slot. Connor Griffin isolated at the top with safety help over the top. West Salem clearly trying to take away the long ball for the Lakers.
And this will be a second and about 37 for the Lakers. Sanders is going to get a run up the middle. Gets great blocking ahead of him. He's going to get a pretty good gain of a little over 10 yards. And that's going to make this still a third and very long.
Yeah, it looks. I'd be surprised if the Lakers went to the air here. This isn't a very likely third down conversion. I expect them to play it safe and probably punt it back to West Salem. Although you never know with Coach Corey and his athletes, they do have the ability to make a play at any time. So it should be interesting to see what they do here.
Third and about 22 as Rupi is in the shotgun. Connor Griffin isolated on the right side. Palomini, Lomax, and Anderson on the left side. Rupi is going to do a handoff to Anderson. Anderson's going to cut up the middle. And Anderson's going to get a gain of about 10 yards. And that's going to make this 4th and 12. And that's going to force Lake Oswego special teams unit out on the field.
Yeah, you're seeing West Salem play a lot of DBs in. They were playing 4 deep over the top. They've actually, looks like they've got almost 2 guys covering Connor Griffin. They've got a bump and run guy up near close to the line of scrimmage, and then a whole nother safety over the top behind him. So they're clearly showing their willingness to give up a little bit of run plays in order to avoid the big play.
Griffin back there to punt. Griffin, wobbly kick. It's going to land at the 40, and it's going to take a Laker bounce towards the 36-yard line where it will be down at the 36. West Salem's offense will be back on the field, up 7-0 with 2:49 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's a good job right there by the West Salem defense, not allowing to Lake Oswego to extend their lead. As we've seen in numerous games by the Lakers this year, they have the ability to really score points in bunches and just put teams away early.
West Salem this time 2 receivers to the left, 1 running back in the backfield, tight end each side. Quarterback throws a screen pass to the left side. And he's going to get brought down by Romello Washington. He's going to get brought down by Romello Washington and Chad Walker after a gain of about 6.
Yeah, good play right there by Chad Walker coming up, making the hit. Shedding his block is the key there. Being able to be, allowing yourself to be blocked downfield is unacceptable as a corner. He was able to get off his block there and make the tackle. Solid game for West Salem on first down, but no big play.
And West Salem's going to go to the same formation, this time to the right side. 1 running back in the backfield, quarterback under center. He's going to run the option to the left side. And Nick Underwood and Romello Washington are going to stick him at the line of scrimmage. He might have gotten a gain of 1, but that's going to make this a 3rd and short for West Salem.
Good defense there by the Lakers. Job well done of stringing it out to the side, not giving him any room to run. Interesting play call there by West Salem, running the option to the short side of the field. Generally, you want a little bit more room to try and get to the edge there, and they ran to the short side. I probably would have run it to the wide side, but good defense by the Lakers nonetheless, and this will bring up a 3rd and about 3 here for West Salem.
3rd and 3 for West Salem. Got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback under center. Lakers disguising a blitz, all linebackers. Mitch Lomax is the one on the blitz, though. Quarterback's going to scramble to the left side. Lomax is going to force him out of bounds. And I think he did have enough for the first down. That's going to be a first down, West Salem.
Yeah, so far we've seen both quarterbacks from both teams make plays with their feet. They've been able to extend the plays, and Justin Ruby got sacked on one of them, but he was able to extend the play nonetheless. And I think quarterback mobility is going to be a big part of the game tonight, as both defenses really take away the run.
Will be first and 10 for West Salem with about a minute 17 left here in the first quarter. Quarterback under center is going to hand it off to the right side. Running back tries to bounce it to the outside. Shakes one tackler. But he's going to finally get brought down by multiple Lakers after a gain of about 5.
Yeah, you saw Jack Anderson coming in early. He was with the initial hit. He missed his tackle. He came in a little bit too high, and that's just not going to work running tackling like that against these West Salem offensive players. Their athletes are able to make you miss, and you're going to have to come in low and wrap up if you want to bring them down.
West Salem trying to spread out the Laker defense as they have 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Lakers, lots of them at the line of scrimmage. 7 guys at the line of scrimmage. Handoff up the middle. And Jack Anderson's going to come up from his safety position. He's going to make a tackle and force a 3rd and short for West Salem.
See, Jack listened to me on that play. Came in much lower, wrapped up. Much better job done there by Jack Anderson. That's what you love to see if you're a Laker fan.
This is going to be a 3rd and 2 for West Salem, as they're just going to run the clock out and get out of the first quarter only down 1. But West Salem's driving here as they are in Lake Oswego territory.
Yeah, overall, if you're West Salem, I think you're pretty happy with the first quarter. You didn't get blown out. You're showing that you can compete with these Lakers. I mean, many teams the Lakers have played against that have supposedly been good, they've come in and the Lakers have shown them up in the first quarter early on, and it's really set the tone for the rest of the game. And I think West Salem did a good job of showing that, hey, we're ready to play, and we think we have a real chance of winning this football game.
And West Salem's defense has played pretty good versus the Lakers tonight. They did look to have a stop on the Lake Oswego's first drive as they forced a 4th and 10, but Lake Oswego went for it and turned it into a touchdown due to Rupee's scramble. But then their second drive, Lake Oswego got stopped, and so West Salem's done a pretty good job of forcing Lake Oswego's offense off the field. And so for the first quarter, Lake Oswego has 100 rushing yards, 11 passing, 111 total. As Lake Oswego's leading rusher is Justin Rupee with his 33 rushing yards, and one of them was a huge scramble from Rupee for a touchdown on that 4th and 10. West Salem in the I formation this time, fullback back there with him. Handoff up the middle on a 3rd and short, and I think the running back might have gotten it. He's got towards the first down marker. This will be close. They might call in for a measurement.
Yeah, and I think going back to those statistics you put out in about the first quarter, I think you really saw what West Salem's trying to do. They're trying to take away the long ball, and they want to make the Lake Oswego beat them on the ground. Justin Ruby's been a prolific passer all year long, and they've shown with the way they're playing their defensive scheme with so many defensive backs and safeties that they really want to take away that passing attack.
West Salem again in that I formation, similar formation. Handoff to the left side. Running back's going to try to bounce it to the right side. Nick Bunick stays in containment, and Nick Bunick will bring him down after a 10-yard gain, and it looks to be another West Salem first down as West Salem's driving and they're knocking on the door of Lake Oswego.
Yeah, and if you're Nick Bunick there, you need to go lower. I mean, you're a corner. You're probably outmatched a little bit in athletic ability at running back, and you really need to do a better job of keeping contained there. He had him there, and he went high for the tackle, and the West Salem running back was able to shed that tackle and get to the edge and pick up a first down for West Salem.
And for a score update, Central Catholic is up 14-7 right now on Tigard. And the winner of that game will play us in the next round if we are able to pull out a W here in West Salem. And West Salem throws a little bubble route to the left side, and they're going to get a gain of about 5.
Yeah, that's been a pretty productive play for them so far. Nothing big, but a solid 5 yards, 6 yards on first down. Always a good pickup right there. You'd like to see Chad Walker maybe come up a little bit sooner and make a read on it, make a big play for the Lakers sometime.
This time, running back in the backfield by himself. Handoff up the middle, but multiple Lakers in there on the stop. Austin Fonts was the first one there. As he gets in there, gets good penetration, and is able to bring the tackler, the running back, down after very, very short gain, maybe a yard.
And that's the key to this Lake Oswego defense. They're so good at getting in the backfield early, not allowing the running back time to make a read, to try and find out where the hole is. And that's what makes them so deadly, and their ability to bring pressure off the edge on getting into third and passing situations. And they're really deadly.
3 receivers to the right for West Salem, 1 to the left, isolated. Quarterback under center. He takes a snap. He's going to drop back. Quick throw out to the right side, but it's batted by Mitch Lomax, who saves the first down there by batting the ball. It looked like he had a receiver open at the first down, but Mitch Lomax is able to get his big hands on that, and that's going to force a 4th and about 3.
Yeah, great play right there by Mitch Lomax. Reading the play, seeing the quarterback's eyes and what he wanted to do with the football. Just getting your hand up if you can't get to him and batting that football down.
And that's going to be 10-13 left here in the second quarter. And West Salem's going to go for it here. He's got 2 to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Quarterback's going to roll out to his right. Does a quick throw to the side, toward the sideline. Receiver's going to get tackled about the 20, and I don't know if he got the first down. They're going to probably call for a measurement here. Very close. And the ref does signal the first down as it was very close. The receiver just got past the first down on the right sideline.
Yeah, Chad Walker coming up, making the hit there. Probably would have liked to see him play a little bit tighter coverage. Probably pretty unlikely that West Salem would have been taking a deep shot there, but short gain nonetheless. But West Salem does pick up the first down inside Laker territory.
West Salem trying to spread out this Lake Oswego defense. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback under center. Quarterback takes a snap, fakes the handoff up the middle, throws to the slant route, but Jack Anderson gets a big hit on the receiver, but the receiver's able to hold on, and that's another West Salem first down. It's going to make it 1st and goal at the 6-yard line for West Salem.
That's a really impressive catch right there. Coming across the middle, you know you're going to get laid out by the safety and Jack Anderson. Just taking the hit and holding on to the football. It's a really impressive play right there.
West Salem 6 yards to go as they're looking to tie this ball game up versus Lake Oswego. This time, tight end to the left side, 2 tight ends to the right, 2 receivers to the right, quarterback under center. Quarterback's going to take a snap, hand it off towards the left side. He's going to cut back up the middle, but Jack Anderson is going to tackle him there as Reed Martin and Jack Anderson in on the tackle at the line of scrimmage, or may have got a gain of about 1 yard.
Yeah, I think this is an important point for the Lakers here in this game. I think if they can make a stand here, I'd go a long ways in their confidence level and demoralizing West Salem if they can't punch it in from 6 yards out. So it should be interesting to see how well Lake Oswego's defense responds to this adversity they're facing right here.
It's going to be 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line, 8:35 left in the second quarter. Quarterback under center. He's going to drop back, looks towards the right side. He's going to scramble. He's got some pressure. He's going to throw it to the back of the end zone. He's got a receiver. Touchdown, West Salem. West Salem gets 6 points up on the board as the quarterback made a couple defensive linemen missed. The coverage broke down as he broke out of the pocket. And there you go. West Salem's right back in this game, and they can tie it up here at this extra point.
Once again, quarterbacks making plays with their legs, extending the play. Didn't have his initial read or his secondary read. Rolled out to the right to buy himself some time. Eventually, one of his receivers broke loose, found him in the back of the end zone for 6 points. extra point. They'll try and tie it up here with 8:24 left to go in the second quarter.
And the kick is up, almost blocked by Chad Walker in off the edge, but the kick is up and it is good as West Salem ties it 7-7 with 8:24 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, I think that's a big statement made right there by West Salem. They really just drove the ball right down the field against this very good Lake Oswego defense. And as I said earlier, they're doing it. The big stuff is coming through the air. They're picking up those 5 yards on first down, making it into third and manageable, and then being able to convert. I think that's going to be a big part of their offensive game so far tonight. And I think they need to continue doing that. And this drive coming up for Lake Oswego is going to be big. I mean, West Salem has the momentum right now, clearly. They just tied it up. They're at home. They'll also be receiving the second half kickoff as they kicked off to start the game. And so Lake Oswego, if you're Lake Oswego, you really want to end up with put some points on the scoreboard.
And for Lake Oswego, they have Chad Walker back there by himself. Chad Walker is usually accompanied by Romello Washington back there, but Chad Walker will be back there tonight by himself. As it looks like West Salem's kind of doing an onside kick formation. But they're going to do a little pooch kick.
And that right there is why Chad Walker's back there all alone, as West Salem has been known to do multiple onside kicks during the games. And so Lake Oswego is elected to prepare for those by putting more people up near the football so that they can recover the onside kicks. And they decided that they only need one guy back there because West Salem rarely, if ever, kicks the ball deep. And Chad Walker's their man for that. And they've got a couple more people added that have some hands to be able to field those ground ball kicks of West Salem.
Now Rupee, I right formation. Anderson in the backfield. Rupee's going to drop back to pass. Looking downfield, has nothing. He's feeling the pressure. He's going to scramble to the right and get tackled from behind for a sack of about 5-yard loss. As that was a coverage sack there for West Salem. Great coverage downfield. Rupee had nothing. And eventually the blocking broke down. And they got penetration to Rupee and got the sack on first down, and that's going to force a 2nd and 15 here for Lake Oswego.
Yeah, it's a coverage sack right there. Justin had plenty of time early. There's just nobody to throw to. Offensive line can't hold off those defensive line guys forever. Eventually get to him for the sack.
Lake Oswego in the I formation. Griffin isolated on the left side of the field. Hand off to Anderson. Anderson's going to cut up the middle. Anderson's going to get a gain of about 10 yards, and that's going to make this a 3rd and about 5 yards for Lake Oswego. Great run there for Lake Oswego.
Yeah, good job getting back ahead of the change. Put this into a little bit more 3rd and manageable instead of the 3rd and long if you won't only picked up 5 yards. So probably see a hitch here. Probably go back to Connor Griffin or Nick Palomini out on the edge, try and make a play.
And Rupee's going to go to the spread formation as Griffin's isolated on the left side. Anderson and Palomini to the right. Rupee takes snap. Looks towards the right side. Throws it to Anderson. Anderson goes up and makes a great catch over towards the sideline. Rupee threw it a little bit behind him and high. But Jack Anderson goes up and makes a catch, and for another Lake Oswego first down.
Yeah, Jack makes a very athletic play on the ball there. Actually, I'm pretty surprised there wasn't a roughing the passer penalty. Looks like one of those West Salem linebackers that came on a blitz untouched off the edge. Came in a little bit late, but no flag. First down for the Lakers nonetheless with 6:40 remaining here in the second quarter.
Now Jack Anderson's at quarterback at the Wild Jack formation. Underwood back there with him. Anderson's going to run it to the left side. He's going to spin off a tackler, get a gain of about 6 yards, maybe 5.
Yeah, good gain on there, but first down for Jack. Solid first down yardage for the Lakers getting ahead. Looks like there might be a penalty marker on the play. And it looks like it might go against Lake Oswego.
And we're going to wait for the call. They're looking towards the Lake Oswego sideline as there seems to be some confusion on the call. And they're going to call lined up in the neutral zone by West Salem. And I'm going to guess the call will be accepted, and I'll make this a first and 5. As they'll mark off the 5 yards, so it will be 1st and 5 at the 47-yard line of Lake Oswego. 6:22 left here in the first half.
Yeah, and if you're West Salem, you can't have that against this Lake Oswego team. They'll take advantage of every mistake that you make. So far, Lake Oswego's been the one making mistakes with a couple of holding penalties and some drop passes, but West Salem can't have that.
Rupee under center. High formation to the right. Rupee, handoff to Underwood. Underwood's going to bulldozer his way towards the first down. He's going to get another Lake Oswego first down as this drive just keeps on moving. Just under 6 minutes as Lake Oswego crosses the 50-yard line to the 46 of West Salem.
Yeah, good counter play right there for the Lakers. Nick Underwood, always a tough guy to bring down early. Broke a couple tackles, picked up those extra yards, needed to get the first down as the clock ticks under 6 minutes here in the second quarter.
Rupee under center in the I formation, and Austin Wright in at fullback, Underwood at running back. Griffin isolated on the right side. Rupee's going to hand off to Underwood. Underwood is going to cut up field. He makes a couple tacklers miss, and a big gain for Underwood as he finds his way down to the 25-yard line of West Salem.
Yeah, great run right there by Nick Underwood. One of the things that impresses me most about him is his balance. He always gets hit, and he gets past that first initial line of defense for West Salem, and he's always stumbling out of it, and he generally always keeps his balance. I've always found that really impressive about him, and that's what makes him so dangerous as a running back.
Rupee under center again in that I formation. This time Spencer Anderson back at running back. Rupee's going to hand off to Anderson to the right side. Anderson will find his way for a gain of about 4. Make that 5 as this will be 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line of West Salem.
Yeah, I think West Salem's starting to stack the box a little bit more as Lake Oswego's kind of gone away from their passing game. Not so many defensive backs in for West Ham. I think you might see the Lakers take a shot here to Connor Griffin in the end zone here in a minute.
I would agree with that. Lake Oswego does like to use Griffin's athleticism when they get into the red zone. Rupee is going to toss to the left side to Anderson. Anderson's got some pretty good blocking in front of him. And he'll get to about the 21-yard line. And it looks like he might have enough for a first down. And they're going to call for an official measurement. Nope, they're not going to call for it. They're going to signal the first down.
Yeah, well, for the Lakers to take that right away, keep the offense moving, not give West Salem any time to catch their breath on defense, as it looks like they're getting in a little bit of a rhythm here.
Lake Oswego again back in that I formation as they are inside the 20 now, down at about the 17-yard lines. 1st and 10. Rupee. He's going to hand off to Anderson to the right side. Anderson's got some blocking ahead of him. And Anderson's going to get inside the 5-yard line down to about the 4-yard line. And Lake Oswego picks up another first down with 3:53 left here in the first half.
Good run right there by Anderson. Good job to cut it back up the middle and get more positive yards. He thought about bouncing it outside, and I think he probably would have been run down. Smart play right there by Spencer Anderson. You hope that the Lakers can just punch this one in before the half.
Lake Oswego in that I formation. Griffin still isolated on the right side. You wouldn't be shocked here if they use Griffin's height. Throw one up in the corner on first and 4. Rupee hand off to Anderson. It looks like a defensive player moved, And there might be a neutral zone infraction here on West Salem.
Yeah, I'm surprised they blew that one dead. Generally, when it's not unabated to the quarterback, most of the time the officials will let it go and let the offense basically have a free play. But they chose to blow that one dead. Half distance to the goal for the Lakers. And right about now, I would be shocked if they passed the ball. I fully expect them just to hand this one off and for Spencer Anderson to walk into the end zone.
And it will be a repeat first down at the 2-yard line, 1st and goal. Lake Oswego brings in the goal line formation. Underwood in motion. Rupi will hand it off to Anderson. Anderson runs into his blocker. And Anderson will be tackled at the 2-yard line for no gain.
Yeah, I think this is where you might like to see hand the ball off to Nick Underwood. Really tough guy to tackle. Usually pretty solid every time for about at least 2 yards, which is all you need here to get it into the end zone.
2nd and 2 at the West Salem 2-yard line. Spencer Anderson back at running back. Rupi under center. Underwood in motion again. This time they'll hand it off to the right side, and Anderson will find his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Lake Oswego. Lake Oswego puts up 6 points on the board, makes this 13-7. As Griffin Grays will look to make this 14-7 and extend the Lake Oswego lead.
Big drive right there by the Lakers, answering the West Salem touchdown. Lakers look like they're not having much trouble moving the ball. Early on, they may have had a little bit of issues. Looks like they've solved those, and their offense looks good as ever right now.
Jordan Horrock to hold. Horrock takes a snap. Graves, the kick is up, and it is good. Lake Oswego now up 7 with 2:33 left in the half. West Salem will get the ball with little time. And for a score update, Central Catholic is up 21-14 on Tigard. The game is a home game for Central Catholic, and the winner of that game will play the winner of this game. And another update, Jesuit is up 7-6 on Sprague, as it is a home game for Sprague, and Sprague is in the Jesuit red zone, looking to take a lead on Jesuit in the first half.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty surprising score there. Generally, Jesuit puts up a little bit more points. I think Sprague's playing pretty well, though, so that should be an interesting game to keep your eye on.
And Harrison Reese will be doing the kickoffs. Harrison Reese has stepped in for Griffin Graves, as he has been battling an ankle injury all throughout the year, and kickoffs have been harder on him due to the running up to the line of scrimmage, and so Harrison Reese has taken over the duty, and he's done a pretty good job. Reese will kick it off from the 40-yard line. He's going to kick a short, bounces at the 20, down to about the 15. Turn man gets a solid return up towards the 33-yard line, and West Salem will have the ball at the 33-yard line with about 2:30 left here in the first half. So West Salem will come out trying to tie this game up before half. Lake Oswego will kick to start off the second half. So if you're Lake Oswego, you want to go into halftime with a 1-touchdown lead. Handoff to the left side. Running back tries to bounce it back to the right side, but he had nowhere to go, as Austin Fonts and Mitch Lomax both in there with early penetration to stop the running back, and it seemed like West Salem had no leverage on that offensive line right there.
Yeah, I think they'll probably play this possession pretty conservative. I mean, they're getting the ball to start off second half. They're still in this game, only down 7 points as the clock ticks just under 2 minutes. So I think they want to keep the ball out of this Lake Oswego offense.
Quarterback's going to drop back. He's trying to look for his receiver downfield, but he overthrows his receiver a little bit. It looks like there might have been confusion as the receiver seemed to stop a little bit, seeming he didn't think he was going to get the ball thrown to him, and then he eventually started sprinting, but is just too far out of his reach.
That's pretty good coverage by the Lakers over there. Jordan Horak had good position over the top. I think if you're a Laker defensive coordinator, you're pretty happy with that, bringing up this 3rd and long. And if you're the Lakers now, you're thinking about maybe getting the ball back, punching it in quick right before half. Interestingly, West Salem has chosen to call a timeout here on 3rd and long to discuss what they're going to do. And I'm kind of surprised by that, because I think if you're West Salem, you kind of want the clock to keep running, and you want to get another playoff, because right now it's not looking like you're going to pick up the first down. Lake Oswego doesn't get up too many 3rd and longs, and I think you got to worry about what you're going to do to make sure they have as little time as possible to try and get in the end zone when they get the ball back.
West Salem used their first time out of the half with 1:48 left. And as you said, 3rd and 10, they're looking to get the first down here. I think you really would like to get the first down, because you got to go for it all when you're playing the top dog in the state. Got to try to get as much as you can.
Oh, absolutely.
So West Salem breaks the huddle at the sideline. They got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, quarterback under center. Quarterback takes a snap. He's going to look towards the left side. Looks down the middle. He has his receiver, and a great catch as the receiver goes to the ground with it, makes the catch, and holds on as West Salem gets a first down and takes the ball about to their 48.
That's a big conversion right there for West Salem. And not only do they move the change, they keep the ball out of Lake Oswego's hands, and now they're in a pretty good position to score at almost midfield with 1:40 to go.
West Salem hands it off up the middle, and the running back will get a gain of about 4 or 5 yards there. Make this 2nd and 5. As West Salem's really hurrying the offense, hustling up to the ball. Throws a quick slant route. It's bobbled and almost intercepted by Chad Walker as they tried the quick slant route. Hit off the receiver. Chad had it, but then once the receiver bobbled it, he went into defensive mode and tackled Chad Walker, making sure he didn't get the interception.
Yeah, Chad had an opportunity to make a big play for the Lakers right there. This Lake Oswego defense, its best asset is its ability to cause turnovers. Haven't seen them do it tonight. I think that's kind of be something that they're really going to need to do in order to win this football game. I think they're going to need to cause a couple of turnovers to really extend this lead.
Quarterback under center, 3rd and 6 for West Salem. Handoff up the middle. Running back's going to bounce it out towards the outside. But Jordan Horak comes up and makes a big tackle, keeping him short of the first down by about 2 yards. Great play by Jordan Horak, the junior safety.
Yeah, great play coming up, getting into the backfield and knowing where he needs to make that tackle to bring up this 4th down as the clock ticks just under a minute left in this first half.
And West Salem will take their 2nd time out of the half with 51 seconds left here in the first half. West Salem had something going here, and it's going to be 4th and 2. You don't know whether they're going to want to pin Lake Oswego back in the territory, or are they going to want to go for it on this 4th and short. If I'm the West Salem coach, I'd want to go for it. Try to get as much as you can right now, because you're going to get the ball at halftime, but you'd really like to maybe, if you can, tie this ball game up and go into halftime, start off with the ball with tied up and have a chance to go up by 7 in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised if they're actually going to punt this football. I think they might want to be a little bit more aggressive, seeing as there's only a minute left. There's not much that Lake Oswego can do with the football, as you've been limiting them from big plays all night long. Now you just give them the chance to block the punt.
And it's a short line drive that's going to bounce its way inside the Lake Oswego 5-yard line and will be downed at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, good punt right there by West Salem, not giving Lake Oswego any chance to return. They're in safe zone. I don't even think they had anyone back there. They were guarding against the fake punt, as they should, and They'll probably just run out the clock, hand it off a couple of times, going to halftime up 14-7.
And Lake Oswego is up 7, so as you said, you don't want to risk any turnovers here. So you might want to just hand it off to the running back, watch the clock run out, go into halftime with that 1 touchdown lead. But you will be kicking off to West Salem to start off the second half. Rupee's got no tails back, so he looks like he's going to take a knee. But make sure he doesn't go back too far into the end zone. So he will take a knee. The 2-yard line, the clock at 33. He might have to run one more play. So Rupee will take a knee, but he wants to make sure that he doesn't go into the end zone here, as you are at the 2-yard line.
I'm actually not sure if they're going to have another snap.
And it looks like they won't have to take another snap, as Lake Oswego will go into the half with a 7-point lead. 14-7, Lake Oswego here in West Salem on this stormy night. You are watching Laker Broadcasting. So we are back here for the second half. Lake Oswego leads 14-7. Harrison Reese and the Lakers will kick off to West Salem. Lake Oswego's offense has gotten 2 touchdowns, and West Salem has done a good job on defense, forced 2 stops for the Lakers, but Lake Oswego had a huge 4th down conversion by Justin Ruppy. But here comes West Salem trying to tie this game up on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think the key to the second half is going to be whoever forces the first turnover might have a pretty good chance of winning this football game. I think whoever can do that, that'll put them in the driver's seat.
And the kick is off. It is deep. Going to return it from about the 5-yard line. He's going to try and cut it back, but he's going to get met by a wall of Lakers at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, not the way you want to start out right there if you're West Salem. Not a very good return. Out to not quite the 20-yard line. Looks like it's about the 15-yard line for West Salem. That's where they'll start off this drive with 11:52 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
And Lake Oswego will have 3 down linemen. Austin Fonts, Reed Martin, and Spencer Anderson. West Salem has 2 receivers to the right, 1 running back in the backfield. Run the option to the right side. And Nick Underwood's going to come over and make the tackle. Great pursuit by Nick Underwood as he read the play and forced a short gain of about 2 yards to about the 18-yard line of West Salem.
That's a good job by the Lakers of making sure they get a hit on the quarterback. Whenever the quarterback runs the football, you want to make sure you get a hit on him, make sure he feels those later on in the 4th quarter.
Quarterback under center, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback's going to hand it off up the middle. Running back up the middle. Tries to break free, but Nick Underwood from the back brings him down.
He's got to be one of the most fundamental tacklers I've ever seen. Everything is low, keeps his head down, goes across the body, doesn't tuck his head when he tries to tackle. Everything he does is fundamentally sound, and his grouping that with his athletic ability really turns him into a special player.
This will be 3rd and 2 for West Salem as they have 1 running back there by himself. Quarterback under center. Lake Oswego brings the blitz, hands off up the middle, but a wall of Lakers are there as Michael Weiss and Mitch Lomax both in on the tackle, and they're going to force a 4th down and about 4. And I think that's going to bring the West Salem special teams unit out onto the field.
That's a great stand right there by the Lakers. West Salem got it to a 3rd and short, very manageable. Probably looked like they were going to pick up that 1st down, but good job of the Lakers, Michael Weiss especially, getting into the backfield early and forcing them to punt here on this 4th down.
West Salem will punt. Jack Anderson back there to return. They're going to punt it away from Anderson towards the right sideline. Not such a good punt as Lake Oswego will get the ball at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, I think this is the best starting field position Lake Oswego's had all night. It'll be interesting to see if they can take advantage of it. Great start to the half if you're the Lakers. Only 2 minutes in, not even. And it's already your ball after having forced a 3-and-out, and you're on West Salem's side of the football field.
And they're going to push the ball back to the 45-yard line, but Lake Oswego will get the ball in West Salem territory after not such a good punt by West Salem. But Lake Oswego will bring out the I formation. Griffin isolated to the right side. Ruppy under center. Ruppy hands off to Nick Underwood to the right side. Underwood's going to bounce it up the middle. And he's going to get a gain of about 10 yards. 1st down, Lake Oswego. Nick Underwood, powerful running.
Yeah, and you're starting to see him use Nick Underwood as a running back in the backfield with J.V. Holmes out. Spencer Anderson's been carrying most of the load tonight for the Lakers in the running game, but Nick Underwood has been used sparingly, and you saw him right there with a solid gain on 1st down. And it looks like they're going to come out for a measurement.
Very surprised by the measurement. I thought he had it easily, but looks like he didn't get such a good spot. And the ref says he is short by a couple hairs short for the 1st down.
Yeah, so that'll bring up 2nd down here for the Lakers. I'm not really sure what they're still doing looking at the football. They already marked it short. And it will be 2nd down for the Lakers here on basically the 35-yard line of West Salem.
And Lake Oswego will bring that I formation back onto the field. This time Griffin to the left side isolated. And they are playing a safety over Griffin, trying to take away the deep threat. And so Anderson will run it up the middle. Spencer Anderson makes a couple tacklers miss, and he's still going, battling his way inside the 20-yard line as Spencer Anderson shows some powerful running there as he fights his way towards the 18-yard line. Another Lake Oswego first down.
And all these Lake Oswego running backs are incredibly hard to bring down, and they will fight for those extra yards. And if you tackle them up high, as you saw there from the West Salem players, they'll just keep going, and you won't stop them. You got to tackle them low and wrap up.
Rupee gets the play call from the coaching staff. Brings out that same I formation. Austin Wright in at fullback. Rupee surveying the defense. Rupee takes a snap, hands off to Underwood. Underwood bounces off one tackler, still fighting, still up. As Lake Oswego showing some very powerful running, as the running backs seem to not be able to get taken down right now. They're just running hard.
Yeah, they're doing a good job up front. Offensive line is doing a good job of creating some space for the running backs to try and squirt through some holes, and hopefully they can find a gap and find their way into the end zone. Haven't seen much of the Laker passing game so far tonight. West Salem's done a good job of taking that game away for the Lake Oswego offense. Although, as you do see right now, Connor Griffin at the bottom of your screen, he is isolated. Safety's a little bit too far in the middle to have help. So basically, one-on-one for Connor Griffin. Might see a lob up here for him.
There's a flag on the far side of the field. And it will be offsides on the defense, and now take the ball towards the first down. Might be a yard short.
Yeah, it's the second time West Salem's been caught in the neutral zone by the officials, and if you're West Salem, you can't have those little penalties. Now you're bringing up this second and short. If you're Lake Oswego, you can choose to just pound ahead for the first down, or you can take a couple shots at the end zone and know that you still have the ability to only need 2 yards to pick up that first down.
So Rupee will go under center at the 11-yard line, second and short. Rupee handoff to Underwood to the right side. Underwood bounces it out to the right sideline. He's going to get in for a touchdown. Nick Underwood is going to find his way into the end zone untouched.
That's just great blocking up there by the offensive line. Nick Underwood, usually one of the guys doing that great blocking, got some credit right there as he found his way into the end zone. Basically untouched, as you said. Good blocking up front by the Lakers as they go up 20-7 here with just under 8 minutes to go in the third quarter, with Griffin Graves on to attempt the extra point.
And for those of you fans at home, J.B. Holmes has been battling an injury this week, as I believe it's an ankle injury that he's been battling, and Spencer Anderson got the start, but Nick Underwood's taken a lot of carries, and he's being very productive for the Lakers, as he's always been a strong runner and a go-to guy in the running game when needed.
Yeah, Griffin Graves puts in that extra point, and that will make it 21-7. Lake Oswego with 7:55 here to go in the third quarter. If you're West Salem, not the way you wanted to start off the half. You finished pretty strong in the first half, and you're hoping, yeah, you're going to get the ball to start out the second half, maybe put some in the end zone, put the pressure back on to Lake Oswego. Lake Oswego responds, forces 3 and out, and gets great field position and makes the most of it, puts 7 points up on the board, takes a 14-point lead up against West Salem.
And Harrison Reese will kick off from the 40-yard line as we have 7:55 left in the third quarter. Lake Oswego up 21-7 as West Salem. If you're West Salem, you really need to get a score here because you don't want Lake Oswego to get the ball back up 14 going into the fourth quarter as time is starting to run out. Reese will get a good deep kick. And that one's going to go into the end zone. Great kick by Harrison Reese. No need for a return. Reese takes care of business on special teams and forces a touchback.
Yeah, great kick right there by Harrison Reese. And this is the possession right here where I think that turnover that I was talking about earlier could come into play. If the Lakers can force one here and convert that into 7 points, I think that would go a long ways into securing a victory here for Lake Oswego.
So West Salem will come out, 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right, quarterback under center. Quarterback takes a snap, hands off to the left side, but Reed Martin and Austin Fonts are there to stuff him at the line of scrimmage. Austin Fonts, who's been the man in the middle all year long, in on the tackle again.
That was an unbelievable play by Austin Fonts. He was engaged with the offensive lineman. He actually just stuck out one of his arms, was able to just grab the West Salem running back. That's just a great display of strength right there by Austin Fonts to be able to wrap him up.
It's going to be 2nd and 9. Quarterback under center. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback looks toward the sideline, tries to hit his receiver in the slant route. He does hit him, but Chad Walker's right there to make the tackle after a gain of about 7. Now make this 3rd and 2 with 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
That was a great job right there by Chad Walker, coming up, putting a big hit on him, keeping him short of the first down to force this 3rd down. Last time West Salem had a short 3rd down, seemed pretty manageable. They weren't able to convert on it, forced a punt. We'll see if Lake Oswego is able to do it again here.
West Salem under center. Quarterback ready. Using a hard count, trying to fool Lake Oswego, and he forces one of his own offensive linemen to jump. Lake Oswego linebackers kept coming up to the line of scrimmage, trying to fool the offensive line, and they ended up drawing one of the offensive linemen off sides, and that's going to push West Salem back 5 yards and force a 3rd and short to a 3rd and 7, which is not good if you're West Salem.
That was a great job right there by the Lake Oswego defensive line to stay disciplined. They started to jump a couple of times, but never fully enough into the neutral zone to get flagged for it. Eventually, the hard count drew off one of West Salem's own people, cost them 5 yards, bring up 3rd and long.
So quarterback's under center, 2 receivers to the left. He's going to look towards the left sideline. Looks for his receiver in the slant. It is caught, but he looks to be a yard short, as it was a low throw. Receiver went down and got it, but he's going to be near the 1st down. They're going to call for the measurement.
I don't know. He might have gotten this. It looks like he got a pretty favorable spot from the official. It should be interesting to see where they put it. And it looks to be right about on the 1st down marker, and I think they are going to bring out the chains for a measurement here.
And they're looking, and they are going to say you got a 1st down. Very, very favorable spot for West Salem. And so West Salem will get a 1st down, and they'll have the ball at the 30-yard line.
That's a big conversion right there for West Salem. Could have gone 3 and out again for the Lakers and against the Lakers, and that would have been not great if you're a West Salem fan.
West Salem under center. They're going to look towards the right side. They're going to do a sluggo, and they're going to find his receiver towards the sideline. They did a slant route that they've been doing all day and faked the slant route, and then the receiver went deep, and they hit him towards the sideline. Big play for West Salem as...
Yeah, that was pretty much a rainbow pass there by the West Salem quarterback, but he found his man. Lake Oswego needs to do a better job of not biting on the pump fake from the quarterback, and they need to see where the ball is and read the receiver rather than the quarterback.
And for a score update, Jesuits up 28-13 on Sprague in the 3rd quarter, and Sheldon is up 41-21 on Southridge at halftime. And West Salem gets a gain of about 5 yards on the carry. Make that 6. Force a 2nd and 4 at the Lake Oswego 39-yard line. West Salem under center. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They've been running this formation all day. And Lake Oswego, Michael Weiss coming in off the edge. And it's a low throw, and they said the receiver went down and got it, and it's a catch, and now it'll be and it looks like it'll be a first down. West Salem keeps the chains moving. As we're nearing 5 minutes left in the third quarter. West Salem in Lake Oswego territory at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, West Salem's doing a good job of moving the football here against the Lakers. Just under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, but if you're the Lakers, you're okay. They're taking up a lot of time, but you'd like to force that turnover I was talking about earlier.
Lake Oswego brings the blitz. It's an option left side. Multiple flags on the field, but Mitch Lomax and Jack Anderson, great pursuit and bring the quarterback down for a 2-yard loss, but there's 2 flags thrown on the right side of the field. Let's see what the call is.
I think there's going to be a holding on the backside for West Salem. I think their big right tackle had a hold on one of Lake Oswego's defensive linemen. That is the call, and that'll back them up another 10 yards.
So Lake Oswego will accept the penalty, and that'll repeat the down, but that'll move the ball back to the 40-yard line. So it'll be a 1st and 20 for West Salem. Lake Oswego 3-down lineman. Quarterback under center. Takes a snap, handoff up the middle. And the running back will get a gain of about 2 yards as Romello Washington and Mitch Lomax in on the tackle. And now force a 2nd and long. 2nd and 18.
Yeah, I think this is where the Lake Oswego defense, you want to see them make a big play here. They've got West Salem backed up, and if West Salem wants to keep moving the ball and moving the chains here, they're probably going to have to go to the air. And I think this is where you might see Lake Oswego force a turnover.
West Salem in under center. They've been running this formation the whole game. They haven't really switched it up. It's a play-action pass, though. Quarterback scrambles, and Spencer Anderson misses him, but Austin Fonts comes over and lays the boom on him. Austin Fonts with a big hit. Defensive lineman gets downfield, chases the quarterback, still pursues him, and just lowers the shoulder and knocks him down. Big hit from Austin Fonts.
The combination of power and speed that Austin Fonts brings to the table is unbelievable. For how big and strong he is, he should not be able to move that fast.
So West Salem will have the ball. Third and about 9 at the 28-yard line.
And the clock's ticking down almost to 3 minutes here in the third quarter for West Salem, as this brings up the 3rd and 9.
It's a big 3rd down conversion for West Salem because you're in Lake Oswego territory. Too long for a field goal. And West Salem's going to call a timeout. Seeing the importance in this down, they're going to want to talk it over.
Yeah, the play clock was winding down. That's a big timeout to burn right there for a penalty, just to save those 5 yards. In a close game like this where you're losing and you might need to force a 3 and out late in this game, where you need to be able to stop the clock, using that timeout early when you have the ball in your hands is not something you want to do if you're a coach.
And Lake Oswego still has a 2-touchdown lead with 3 minutes in the third quarter. West Salem facing a big 3rd down. And this home crowd's trying to get back in this game. Trying to make some noise here in West Salem.
Yeah, I think Lake Oswego's done a really good job of not giving them much to cheer about. They've done a good job of limiting the plays and making sure that they don't have anything to cheer about.
And West Salem's going to drop back. Nick Underwood gets some great penetration. The quarterback bounces off, but Reed Martin's over there, and the quarterback's just going to throw it away. Reed Martin was all over the quarterback. Nick Underwood hit him. I thought he was sacked, but the quarterback bounced off Underwood, and then Reed Martin kept pursuing him. Reed Martin And then Mitch Lomax came running in, and the quarterback just threw it away. He didn't want to take a sack.
That was pretty impressive Houdini ability right there to get away from Underwood. I thought he had him in the grass and was getting ready to throw him down pretty good. And he managed to get out of it and made the smart play and threw the ball away. But this does bring up a 4th and long here for West Salem, and it is a very much a passing down. So you'd like to see the Lakers probably go into their nickel coverage and try and get an interception here.
West Salem going for it on 4th. Quarterback dropping. Romello Washington hits the quarterback as he throws it. And great pursuit by Romello Washington forces an ill-advised throw. And it looks like that's going to be a turnover on downs. Lake Oswego will take over at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, 2:44 left in the 3rd quarter, and that's a big 4th down stop.
Yeah, and that's what the Lakers love to do in that situation. That in that 3rd and 4th and long, they really like to bring pressure off of the edge, and usually it comes clean to the quarterback because you saw Romello there and get a big hit on and rush the pass.
Rupee will hand it off to Sanders up the middle. Sanders will get a solid gain of about 7. Take this ball to the 35-yard line as Lake Oswego is looking to take off as much clock as they can as they have a 2-touchdown lead.
Yeah, I think if you're Lake Oswego, you want to move the chain solidly here, but you're in no hurry. You'd love to get into the 4th quarter, chew up a couple of minutes, and then put up another score on the scoreboard. Maybe put this one out of reach.
Rupee taking his time as he gets to the line. Rupee using the hard count. Hands off to Sanders. Sanders trying to find a hole. He will get towards the 1st down. I do not know if he has enough. It'll be close. But he got the ball to about the 38 where it looks like the 1st down marker is at. The referee's going to look over. I think he might. Yep, he's going to call for the measurement. Too close a call. It looks like Sanders found his way towards the 1st down on 2nd down. And they're looking at the measurement, and it looks like the tip of the football is over the 1st down. Lake Oswego gets it, and that moves the chains.
Yeah, that was a good job right there by Travis Sanders, just making sure he falls forward and picks up that extra yardage in order to pick up that 1st down, and that moves the chains for Lake Oswego with 1:40 here to go in the 3rd quarter, leading 21-7.
So Justin Rupee again in that I formation, 1st and 10. The clock is ticking, 1:40 left in the 3rd quarter. Rupee handoff to Anderson. Anderson cuts it up the middle. Anderson still going. And Anderson will get a gain of about 7 yards. Make that 7 yards. He takes the ball to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, it's a great hesitation move right there by Spencer Anderson. Good job being patient. Got up to the line of scrimmage. Wasn't really a hole readily available. Waited it out. One appeared. He shot through it. Picked up a solid gain on 1st down for the Lakers to bring up. Looks like about a 2nd and 3.
And Lake Oswego sticking to this I formation as West Salem's so worried about Griffin isolated over there. They're sending a safety over the top. And that's letting Lake Oswego, that's giving Lake Oswego numbers in the box. Anderson will be met in the backfield, spins his way towards the line of scrimmage. And it looks like he's going to get no gain on that play. And that's going to force a 3rd and 3 for Lake Oswego at the 45-yard line. Make that 46.
Yeah, it's a good job of West Salem getting into the backfield right there, blowing up the play before Spencer Anderson can really get his momentum going forward. Because if he gets his momentum going forward, he is one of those players who's very difficult to stop, especially if he gets into the open field.
looks like there's multiple players that were confused on that one, as it seems like the whole offensive line went and Rupee didn't. And that's going to push Lake Oswego back 5 yards, force a 3rd and short to be 3rd and somewhat long, as it's will be about 3rd and 7 for Lake Oswego.
Yeah, if Justin Rupee was in the huddle telling everyone what the count was, he got about half of them, half of the guys listening in there, and the other half, not so much. And so this will bring up a 3rd and not too long, but not very short. I expect him to go to the air here. Connor Griffin down at the bottom of your screen with safety help over the top for West Salem, as that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. So for the Lakers, another solid defensive performance there in the 3rd quarter, not allowing any points, forcing a couple of 3-and-outs for West Salem. They lead at 21-7 going to the 4th quarter.
And Lake Oswego has the ball. They're driving with the 2-touchdown lead. It looks seems to be some confusion, as they said the clock ran out, but they haven't switched sides of the field. I believe that there might be a couple seconds left.
Yeah, I don't think that you can't end the quarter on a penalty.
So you can't end the quarter on the penalty, and that's why there will be one more play here in the 3rd quarter. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Lakers. Rupee gets tackled, but seems to spin away from the tackler, scrambles, and will get a gain of about 2 yards. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. Lake Oswego up 21-7.
Yeah, this will be an interesting decision for them on whether they want to punt or not. That play seemed to kind of get a little bit blown up by the officials not knowing that they were going to have another play, and they seem rushed a little bit. So it'll bring up, looks about a 4th and about 5 or 6 for the Lakers to start the 4th quarter, leading by 14 points.
And for score updates, the winner of this game will face the winner of Central Catholic and Tigard, and that game is 28-21 Central Catholic in the 3rd quarter. And Tigard has the ball and is in Central Catholic territory, so that could be coming down to the wire there at Central Catholic. And for a score update on Jesuit and Sprague, Jesuit is up 34-13 in the 3rd quarter. And for the other quarterfinal matchup between Sheldon and Southridge, Southridge is down 41-21. Sheldon on top in the 3rd quarter, which seemed to be that Sheldon-Southridge game looked to be a pretty good game, but Sheldon's dominated the game. And Lake Oswego will punt the ball to start off the 4th quarter. West Salem almost got a hand on that and blocked it, but Connor Griffin's getting a deep punt, and it takes a Lake Oswego bounce.
That was a great punt right there by Connor Griffin. Looks like there is a flag on the play. Maybe a block in the back on West Salem is the only thing I think I may have seen. Really great punt though, and a Lake Oswego roll. And we'll wait to see what the penalty is. Survey says personal foul against West Salem, which they'll push them back even farther. So really a big swing in field position right there, thanks to a great punt by Connor Griffin, which took a Lake Oswego bounce, and the personal foul on West Salem, which will back them up inside their own 10-yard line, which is not where you want to be if you're West Salem.
Great special teams play by Connor Griffin. Connor Griffin hasn't had his name called much tonight, as West Salem's double covered him all game, taking away the deep threat, but Connor Griffin in the punting game has been doing a great job in pinning West Salem deep in their territory. West Salem's going to hand it off up the middle, and Romello Washington's going to come from the side, come down the line and make a great tackle. Got an early jump on the snap and made a great play.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that West Salem is. It's really adding to their struggles. Is they've struggled with their inability to change up the snap count. They've had some false starts when they tried to change it up, and so they've really had to go on one. And Lake Oswego, as you saw there, Romello Washington timed the snap count to the outside, and he's able to get a great jump off the football and make a play in the backfield.
And the quarterback kind of fumbles the snap, but he gets it back, throws it downfield towards the first down, and it's incomplete. Chad Walker in on the coverage, and he was all over the receiver. Surprised there wasn't a call there, but Chad Walker clean coverage there and was all over him inside his jersey and out, making plays there.
Yeah, Chad Walker's done a great job all night. Pretty much been isolated for most of the night. Not much safety help over the top. He's been out alone on the edge. He's done a great job covering guy. Made a couple of big tackles, too, to help wrap up, make sure there's no big plays.
Quarterback rolls out to his right. He's getting chased from behind by Romello Washington. Nick Underwood just nails him after he tried to scramble. He'll get a gain of about 1, but Nick Underwood makes a great play, and that's going to force West Salem to punt again. And West Salem down 14 as the clock's ticking towards 10:30 left. And if you're West Salem, you need a quick stop here and a quick score.
I think if you're West Salem, you're going to have to force a turnover here because Lake Oswego, Jack Anderson's sitting at about the 40-yard line. I don't expect them to punt it to him as he's so dangerous, and they've shown they're going to kick it away from him all night long.
And this one looks to be kicked at Jack Anderson. He will have a return here. He cuts up field. Not good blocking there by Chad Walker on the sideline, but Anderson will take the ball to the 41-yard line, and Lake Oswego will have it in West Salem territory.
Yeah, great starting field position for the Lakers. They're at about the 31-yard line of West Salem, and if you're Lake Oswego, you're going to want to milk some clock here. You're at 10 minutes, 16 seconds left to go in the football game. You're going to run this football. You're going to pound it, smash mouth right at them, burn some clock, hopefully punch it into the end zone, and basically wrap up this football game.
And Rupee this time in the spread formation. Griffin to the left, Palomini to the right. Rupee will take the snap, fakes the handoff, looks to Palomini, isolated on the right side, and Palomini had his man beat, but Rupee underthrows the ball. Palomini had his man beat on the sideline, but Rupee just underthrew it.
Yeah, it was a good double move there by Palomini. Faked the post to the inside and then went back out to the outside. Justin Rupee had him open there. Had some good separation, too, from Palomini. Just underthrew him a little bit. Allowed the West Salem cornerback to make a play on the football.
And Jack Anderson now in at quarterback, running that Wild Jack offense with Underwood back there with him. Griffin to the left, Palomini to the right. Anderson will run it to the right side. Now he's going to bounce it up the middle. Tries to cut back, and he spins his way towards the first down.
Yeah, so far West Salem's done a good job of containing that Wild Jack formation so far tonight, but the Lakers get a good gain out of it right there with Nick Underwood leading the way for Jack Anderson. And I think the Lakers, yes, they will pick up the first down here, and they're at about the 21-yard line of West Salem with under 10 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line of West Salem. Rupee in the I formation. Griffin isolated to the right side of the field. Rupee handoff to Spencer Anderson. Anderson up the middle, and Anderson will fall towards the 10-yard line. And Lake Oswego will pick up another first down, and the chains keep moving.
Yeah, it was a good run right there by Spencer Anderson. Started going one way to the right side through the middle of the field. Saw a cutback lane, took it. Fell forward, picked up a first down for Lake Oswego, who's on the verge of scoring another touchdown and probably putting this game out of reach.
And Lake Oswego in that I formation again. The clock at 9 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Rupee handoff to Anderson. Anderson up the middle, and he'll get to the 5-yard line. Another good gain for Lake Oswego. The line is getting great push up front.
Yeah, you said it. They're really driving them a couple yards downfield, and they're getting to the second level to make blocks on the linebackers, and that's when you really start to see Lake Oswego start to gash this West Salem defense. as they push the ball, looks like, to about the 5-yard line of West Salem. And I expect the Lakers to try and punch this one in right here with Spencer Anderson or Nick Underwood.
So Lake Oswego will again go to that I formation. Anderson will jump over one of the linemen at the line of scrimmage and will get to about the 2-yard line. Gain of about 2. And I'll make this 3rd and short at the 2-yard line.
Coach Corey is not happy with something over there with Justin Ruppy. Not sure what he's very upset about. Could be with the referees in some sort, but he's very upset about something. But as Ruppy comes back in as 3rd and about 2, Lakers can pick up the 1st down before getting into the end zone. It'd have to be pretty close, but it is 3rd down here for the Lakers.
And there's a flag. It looked like West Salem might have been lined up in the neutral zone.
And it is a neutral zone infraction again on West Salem. I believe that may be enough to give the Lakers a 1st down. Oh, not quite actually. It's going to make this 3rd and about a millimeter. So this should be a pretty easy pickup for the Lakers.
So Ruppy will hand off to Anderson. Anderson will run up the middle. Anderson, touchdown, Lakers. Lakers take the lead 27-7. Here's 7:20 left in the game. And Lake Oswego might have just put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, I think that'll just about wrap it up here for the Lakers. If they can put in this extra point, you're feeling pretty good. You haven't allowed any really big plays all night. West Salem has shown the ability to move the football on occasion, but not shown that big play threat.
And Graves will kick it up, and it is good. Griffin Graves, 4 for 4 tonight with his extra points. Lake Oswego extends that lead to 28-7. 21-point lead with 7:20 left, and if you're West Salem, you're digging a deep hole right now, and I don't think you'll be able to get out of it.
No, and I think one of the real positives that Lake Oswego can take away from this game is that is the kicking game, and having Griffin Graves back there. They've had some issues with his ankle, and they've had some issues with the protection part of it, and they're 4 for 4 tonight, and I think that's what you like to see if you're a Laker fan.
And for a score update, we are watching closely. If Lake Oswego does pull out this game, they'll play the winner of Tigard and Central Catholic, and the game is tied up at 28 in the 4th quarter. And that's gonna be a doozy, as they are gonna go deep into the 4th quarter. That game is very exciting, and we will be watching it closely, and we'll be tweeting about it the whole night. And the Jesuit Crusaders up 42-13 on Sprague in the 3rd quarter, as Jesuit looks like they will be advancing to the semifinals. And Sheldon is up 48-21 in the 3rd quarter. And West Salem's getting a pretty good return. They're going to take the ball to the 30-yard line as he's forced out by Palomini at the 30-yard line. But a good return for West Salem. And if you're West Salem here, you need a quick score. And that West Salem offense is going to have some urgency, some sense of urgency here, as they have to go about 70 yards here and get a quick score. And then if you're them, you might have to kick an onside kick because you don't have much time left. You'll probably see West Salem go to the air here, as they are a run-dominant team, but with the clock not on their side, you're going to have to throw. They're going to throw towards the sideline, and the quarterback overthrows his receiver, trying to hit a quick out route. And now force a 2nd and 10 with 7:10 left in the game.
Yeah, I think you're going to see this Lake Oswego defense test a little bit more on the air here. You haven't seen West Salem throw up much tonight. They're basically a run-dominant offense, as you've seen. They have some really good athletes back in the backfield there. You can see they have good reason to have to run the ball as much as they do. But down 21, 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, you're obviously going to have to try and pass the football.
Quarterback drops back to pass. Looking downfield, throws towards the sideline to double coverage. And he overthrows the receiver, but I think that's a good thing because Jack Anderson was all over the receiver over there in double coverage. Jack Anderson and Zach Parker over there in the coverage.
Yeah, Zach Parker's seen a lot more playing time tonight than he has most of the year. He's done a really good job stepping up into it and done a pretty good job in coverage.
And West Salem, the quarterback will roll out to his right, looking downfield, throws to the sideline, and Zach Parker makes an incredible play, gets in front of the receiver, knocks it away, and forces a fourth down. And it looks like West Salem's going to punt it, but it looks like they're giving up on this game, throwing in the white flag. As it is 4th and 10, but if you have any shot at coming back, you need to go for it here. But it looks like they're throwing in the white flag as they're going to kick it to Jack Anderson. If I'm Lake Oswego, I would watch out for a fake punt. And there is a flag. Looks like false start on one of the gunners for West Salem.
And that will be the call. That'll push him back another 5 yards. Give Lake Oswego even better field position as the clock now reads 6 minutes, 56 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Lake Oswego up 28-7. Pretty much has this game in the hand. With them getting the ball back, they should be able to run a good chunk of time off the clock.
And Jack Anderson will fair catch this as he doesn't want to take any caution in turning it over or taking any unneeded hits.
Yeah, it's a smart play right there by Jack. Don't really need to do anything with it. Just get your offensive line back out on the field, hand the ball off a couple of times, go home.
So Lake Oswego will take over at the 41-yard line. Rupee going to the shotgun. Griffin to the right. Palomini to the left. Travis Sanders back there with Rupee. Rupee will take the snap. Hand off to Sanders up the middle. Sanders will get a gain of about 6 yards. Make that 5.
Yeah, now I think the major concern for the Lakers is to get out of here without any injuries. I mean, you saw J.B. Holmes wasn't available for tonight's game due to an injury he suffered near the end of last week's game, and you'd really love to just get out of here and get healthy and move on to the semifinals.
So Rupee is in that same shotgun as Sanders. Rupee will hand off to Sanders again. Sanders bouncing around up the middle, and Sanders will find his way for a Lake Oswego first down. And he'll cross the 50-yard line into West Salem territory as the clock is ticking. Just under 6 minutes.
Yeah, a couple of nice moves right there from Travis Sanders. He's gotten a couple carries tonight, backing up Spencer Anderson as the main running back with J.B. Holmes out, and he's put on a couple of nice moves.
So Rupee in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right. Rupee hands off to Sanders. Sanders fights his way up the middle, dragging the pile, and he'll get a gain of about 5 yards.
Lake Oswego's offensive line doing a good job of getting a push here late in the game. As we're ticking down to just about the 5-minute mark here in the fourth quarter for the Lakers. Second, about 5 for the Lake Oswego offense.
Run the clock out and get out of here quickly. Rupee, quick snap. Morton tripped up in the backfield, and Lake Oswego will turn the ball over. West Salem will get it, but there is a flag coming in late. It looks like there might be a personal foul call here.
This could be a late hit, unnecessary roughness call against Lake Oswego. Not really sure. Should probably still be West Salem football. And it is a personal foul against the Lakers, which means West Salem will retain possession of the football after the turnover on downs to go along with the 15-yard penalty. Coach Corey is really not happy. He's all the way out almost to the left hash mark on the field. Really not happy about something. But he can't be too displeased with his team up 28-7 and just over 3 minutes remaining here to go in the football game.
And so that penalty will move West Salem into Lake Oswego territory. They'll get the ball at the 44-yard line, but there's 3:23 left, and I think it's too late for West Salem to come back.
And for some score updates, Jesuits still up 42-13 on Sprague in the third quarter in that one. So it looks like Jesuit will be moving on to the semifinals in that game.
And Tigard and Central Catholic is tied up at 28 in the fourth quarter. The winner, LO, will go on to play the winner of that game as West Salem tries to go deep in single coverage, and Zach Parker again, the sophomore cornerback for Lake Oswego, got the call tonight, and he's been playing really good tonight. He's going to see some more playing time as we get deeper in these playoffs after tonight's performance.
Yeah, he has been playing really well, and I think the thing that sets him apart from some of the other corners is he's really good at making a play on the football. A lot of other guys, they're just watching the receiver and they react to when the receiver reacts, and he watches the football and is able to make a play on it.
And for a score update again, Tiger, it's 28-28. And so West Salem will get a good gain for about 8 yards, and it'll be a 3rd and 2. And for the score update, Jesuits up. Sheldon is up 48-21 on Southridge, as it looks like Sheldon will go on to play Jesuit in the other semifinal game. And so West Salem is going to drop, look towards the sideline, but great coverage over there on the sideline. And that's going to force a 4th and 2 with 2:35 left in the game.
Yeah, overall, tonight, Lake Oswego's defense has to be very pleased with themselves. They allowed that one touchdown early where they allowed West Salem to kind of march down the fields on them, but they made some really good adjustments at halftime, and they came out in the second half, really knew what they were doing, and to this point have pitched shutout so far, and that's why it's 28-7.
And West Salem will get the first down, as there was some extra blocking over there, but this game seemed like Lake Oswego had control on it, but they never really pushed it and sealed the game. They let West Salem hang around, but the defense really just held West Salem scoreless almost. They put a good clinic on out here in West Salem, and they did a good job, and the defense won the game for Lake Oswego tonight.
Absolutely, and I think what you're saying about them not being able to really pull away is going back to what I was saying earlier, is the turnovers are when Lake Oswego really generally pulls away from teams and pours it on them in the football games. Is when they create turnovers. Their defense is so good at it, and they get really great starting field position generally in the opponent's side of the field. And that really allows them to put up points quickly. And West Salem, to their credit, while they may be down 28-7, they did not give up any big plays today for Lake Oswego. They allowed that Justin Rupi 35-yard touchdown scramble early on, but other than that, they really limited Lake Oswego in the big play category.
And so West Salem has a 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Quarterback dropping back to pass. Those are towards the sideline. It's bobbled. But Zach Parker was more concerned about the hit, as Romello Washington also lays a hit on him after he bobbled it.
Yeah, good coverage again there by Zach Parker. I think the coaches are really going to like what they see when they go look at the film this weekend after seeing this game from Zach Parker. I think he's had a really great game tonight, and frankly, I'd be surprised if we didn't see him playing a bunch next week too. Clock's at 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining in the game here, as it's 2nd and 10 for West Salem.
So West Salem drop back to pass at 2nd and 10. Quarterback's got nothing, so he's going to scramble. But the quarterback will fumble it.
And I think they're going to say that his arm was moving forward as
Andrew Wren.
Wow, he laid a big hit on the quarterback as he was getting ready to let it go, forcing an incomplete pass.
Excuse me, Brent Pottinger there on the hit, and he hit the quarterback right as he was releasing it. Almost forced a fumble, but a big hit there, and Michael Weiss also in on the pursuit. The quarterback under center, he's going to drop back. There's a flag over there. It looks like it might be offsides. Let's see which way, though, it goes.
And it will be a false start against West Salem. That'll push him back 5 yards, make this 3rd and 15. So 3rd and 15 here for West Salem at the Lake Oswego 23-yard line.
The clock's at 1:40. 3rd and about 15. Quarterback will try a little screen pass up the middle. But Michael Weiss and Duncan Campbell read the screen and got up there and made a play.
Yeah, it was a good read right there by both Michael and Duncan, being able to get upfield, wrap up, make the tackle on the screen pass.
So there's a personal foul call on West Salem after the play, so that'll make this a 4th and even longer.
Yeah, I think you're starting to see they're a little bit frustrated. They haven't been able to do much tonight on offense against this very stout Lake Oswego defense. You're seeing that frustration come out right now.
So it will be a 4th and about a mile. With 1:30 left here in the game, Lake Oswego will go on to the state semifinals and will face the winner of Tigerland Central Catholic, who's tied up in the 4th quarter at 28. Follow us on Laker Broad, and we will be tweeting about that all night. And for a score update, Tiger did score, and they took a 7-point lead in the 4th quarter. Tigered up 35-28.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep a close eye on that game. It's been going back and forth all night long. Tigered up 35-28 in the 4th quarter right now. And I believe Tigard also has the football, so Tigers got the football right now with a 7-point lead in the 4th quarter, and that's a game to keep your eye on, as Lake Oswego will play the winner of that football game.
So Lake Oswego will get the turnover on downs, and they have a minute and 9 seconds left here, and they'll just take a couple knees and finish this game off.
Yeah, good win here for the Lakers, coming out here to the so-called black hole on this black turf for West Salem. Some people questions on whether it might give the Lakers troubles with the darker uniforms of West Salem. Clearly proved to not be an issue at all whatsoever, as the Lakers thoroughly dominated the second half of this football game, go on to a 28-7 lead. And pretty good win here for the Lakers.
It was very weird showing up to here, so used to green turf and seeing the black turf. And if you didn't notice it at home, folks, you might want to go get your eyes checked. And there is a flag. And it will be on the Lakers. They'll push it back 5 yards. Looked like some early movement.
And the Lakers have gone into victory formation here with 1:08 to go. They'll probably have to take 2 more knees, and that should wrap up the game here.
Ramey probably will have to take 1, maybe 2 more snaps, but Lake Oswego will go on to the semifinals and face the winner. But Tiger looks like they might pull off the upset in the quarterfinals versus Central Catholic. There's 5:53 left in the game. Tigered up 7 on Central Catholic. Central have the ball at Tiger. And Tiger does have the ball at 5:53, so. Sorry, our technical producer has a pretty embarrassing ringtone, but.
And that's the ball game, looks like. I believe, yep, there it is. Lake Oswego will go on to victory here against West Salem, 28-7. Great game all around for the Lakers. Pretty impressive win considering they didn't have J.B. Holmes back there, running back, dealing with an ankle injury. So, solid victory for the Lakers, and they'll move on to the second round, play the winner of Tigard and Central Catholic. Tigard is leading that football game right now with just over 5 minutes to go in the game. So you want to keep your eye on that one. That will be at Geldwen Field next week.
And so we will be updating that. Follow us on Twitter for the final score updates. But thank you for tuning in. This is Mitchell McLaughlin Corey signing out on Laker Broadcasting. And a special thanks to Trevor Moore and Kelsey Talbot for the special broadcast. Thank you so much. And
Happy Thanksgiving,
have a great
everybody.
night, Lakers.